Don't debate an idiot. I'm going to everybody. Hey, Ken J, what's good? I appreciate you. I want to talk about the Super Bowl in and of itself, and I want to go down. Hey, brother, thank you, Sin City. I want to go down and discuss it in totality because there. Thank you. Make sure that y'all hit that daily heart me up there. Thank you, brother. Make sure y'all hit that daily heart me. I want to talk about it in totality because there are several people and there's a great divide amongst a lot of people over the Super Bowl. There's a great divide over the Super Bowl. And so I want to talk about people. There's three kinds of people that will respond to you when you cast your opinion. The first person that will respond to you when you cast your opinion are those that don't seek validation, but they respect what you're saying. Those are few and far in between. So it went if you say about the Super Bowl that the Super Bowl wasn't all that. There are some people with whom that know you and respect you. They'll understand. They say, okay, well, we agree to disagree. But those people are few and far. Thank you so much, Kenji, and in between. Then you have these are the critical people that you don't go back and forth with. Share this out. Thank you, Viv. Share this out with as many people as possible, please. Share this out with as many people as possible because I'm ready to go hot and heavy. I need you to get this. I want you to use it at work tomorrow. There are some people that want to argue with you. They want to debate you simply because they want to feel validated. Yeah. So there's some people that you come across, be it work. There's some people in your life that you have some friends, some family. They only seek validation. So because they only seek validation from you, that every little thing that they have to say is an argument. Mo, yeah, everything little thing that they have to say is an argument. Well, you can't argue with people who seeks validation. You should never, and in fact, you should, Brantley, you should never argue with anyone, but you can't come to a common ground with somebody that's looking to be validated. Write this down. I need y'all to get this. Because people that seek validation have a level of emptiness that they're looking for other people to fill. Yeah, yeah. You can't. People that seek to be valid or want to feel valid, they are not looking for, y'all need to get this. Listen to this, Monty, listen to this, Bradley, Levi, listen to this. They're not looking for a solution. Yeah, they're not looking for a solution. They're looking to feel or for you to make them feel a certain way. They're looking for you to make them feel validated. So therefore, you cannot go back and forth with them because the solution that they're looking for is not positive. They just want to win an argument. Bradley, hey, Levi. Yeah, they just want to win an argument. And so therefore you waste your time arguing with somebody who's always trying to be right, who always has something to say, that when you make your point, they want to try to dig holes in your point instead of just saying, can we agree to disagree? You can't go back and forth with somebody who feels invalid. No, you waste your time. That's the first person. You don't go back and forth with. The second person that you don't go back and forth with is the person who has been indoctrinated. Yeah. What am I talking about? Indoctrinated. Cook, what are you talking about? Indoctrinated. I got to give you this. Carmigo, listen to this. I got to give you this. Uh, uh, hold up, y'all. I mean, I'm on my other live too. I'm on my other live too. Hold up. So you who have been indoctrinated. So I'm talking along the lines of the whole Kendrick Lamar and the Super Bowl, and how people have the tendency, they call themselves woke, but when you go to their page, when you go to their page, or when you look at what they're talking about, they have no type of liberation. They're not inspiring. I went to somebody's page, and I looked. They came over and made a comment on my page, but I go to their page. They still have stuff about Chris Rock and Will Smith. Nothing liberating. Everything that they're talking about is degrading. Yeah. So we can't. The first person is that you can't go back and forth with is somebody who is feeling, who needs to feel valid. Hey, beautifully. The second person is somebody who has been indoctrinated. Indoctrinated. What do I mean? That they have been indoctrinated, meaning that they have been indoctrinated. Listen, and while I'm talking, make sure that you hit that follow button. Make sure that you hit that follow button. Make sure that you hit that follow button while I'm talking, and tap the screen for me. Tap the screen. Let's get to 15,000, everybody. Let's get to 15,000. Let's get to 15,000. Listen to Sweets. They have been indoctrinated. What do I mean by that? They're not speaking from what they know. They're not speaking on what they have experienced. They're only speaking off of somebody else's belief. Let me give it to you again. You can't go back and forth with somebody who has been indoctrinated, because they're only speaking off of somebody jumping on the bandwagon. Thank you, Val. Thank you. They're jumping on the bandwagon. Exactly. Because they're only speaking from somebody else's perspective. You find this when people are talking about the halftime show, and they're talking about the symbolisms. Nobody actually knows the symbolism. Why? Because the creator, whoever created the script, never told you why they said that. There's no material that would suggest that this is what this meant, that's what that meant, that all of it is based on perception. But then you have people that want to go back and forth with you. And some people sent me scripture because I'm one of the ones that didn't agree with or didn't like the halftime show. I never told them why I didn't like it. I never told them, but yet and still they just wanted to come for me. So the first person you don't go back and forth with, listen to this, Bruna. The first person you don't go back and forth with is what? Is the person who feels invalid. We find that they don't want to come to a solution. They just want to be right. The second person that you don't want to go back and forth with is what? The person who's jumping on the bandwagon or wants to feel validated. I'm sorry, who has been indoctrinated. They don't really know what's going on, but guess what they did? They're listening to somebody else's thoughts, and then they want to speak on what somebody else said. The third person that you don't want to go back and forth with is people that are not even your equal. We don't go back and forth with people that's not even our equal. Why, Cook? Because what happens is that when you can, because they will frustrate you. Because why? Because they're not even talking on you. That's not even your, we can't even go, we can't debate intelligently. You don't go back and forth with somebody with whom it's not a fair playing ground. It's not a fair plan because eventually, you know what's going to happen? Eventually, they're going to feel inferior to you. Let me give it to you again. You never go back and forth with somebody who can't have an intelligent debate because eventually they will feel, hey, Crystal, hey, Black Sybil, they will feel inferior to you. And then they'll start casting or they'll start throwing thorns at you. Yeah, we don't go back and forth with those caliber people. So let's summarize it, and I'm off after this. Let me give it to you again. You. The first type of people that we don't go back and forth with is what? The first type of people that we don't go back and forth is what? Is people who's looking for validation. That's the first caliber of people that we don't go back and forth with. Why? We said that because because they're not trying to find a solution to the conversation or a solution to the difference that where y'all defer. Yeah. The second kind of people that we don't go back and forth with is we don't go back and forth with people who have been indoctrinated. I never forget, right? Uh I never forget I was yeah, hey, Sybil, listen to Sybil. I never forget when I was we used to have these people come around and knock on the door, right? We used to have these people that came around and they used to knock on the door. They were Jehovah's Witnesses, right? And they would knock on the door. And so one day I let them in. Did you hear what I said? One day I let them in. I set them on the couch and I went scripture for scripture and I battled them. But the guy he had his beliefs and I have my set of beliefs. He has his interpretation of what the scripture said, and I have my interpretation of what the scripture said. It's no sense we can have a healthy debate, but because it was a group of them, he didn't want to feel embarrassed. And so then he started digging, he started going low. Yeah. You can't have a debate with somebody who has certain things indoctrinated in them. If that's their belief, the one thing that we can't do is try to continually change a person's belief. It's hard to change a person's belief because why? Because a person's belief is based on two things. It's based on what they have been exposed to. And hey, Chris, it's based on what they have been exposed to, and it's based on their experiences. That's their beliefs. Thank you, Chris, baby. Make sure that y'all hit that heart me up there. Make sure that you're yeah. So you can, you can, you can. Yeah. So we can't go back and forth with people because why am I sharing this with you? I'm sharing this with you because I want you to stop giving away your energy. Like, we gotta stop. Like we keep giving. Hey, Chris, you keep allowing people to take control of your energy. Do you know how powerful you are? Do you know your level? Exactly, Sybil. Do you know how powerful you are? Do you know what you need your energy for? Your energy is what you need for your day to day. Your energy is what you need to get you from A to Z. It's your energy that helps you to grow. It's your energy that helps you to think. It's your energy that helps you to look and become the best version of yourself. And if you waste your energy on somebody who is not on your level, if you waste your energy on somebody who needs to feel validated, then my friend, you have given your energy to them. You have given your energy to undeserving people in an undeserving format, and you leave the undeserved person, and you've left the undeserved format drained. The worst thing that you want to be is walk around like this. The worst thing that you want to be and do is walk around so drained, so lethargic, so tired, so lazy that you can't even give your life your best. Val, I never forget. I was, listen, Sybil, listen to Charlene. I never forget. I'm with my buddy, and I'm with his girlfriend, right? I'm with my buddy and his girlfriend, and Levi, I'm with my buddy and his girlfriend, and he wants to. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Sybil, baby. I'm with my buddy and his girlfriend, and he wants to impress her, right? He wants to impress her, and he says something reckless. I forgot what it was, but I said something that shut him down. And I didn't mean to shut him down, but I was just saying that's not true. He says something, and I just said it's not true. And then so he wanted to feel validated and wanted to impress her. So he wanted to go back and forth with me over something that's not true, but he wanted to feel validated. I'm sharing this with you because that, after going back and forth with him, it drained me. It drained me. He and we weren't talking for some time. Why? Because the situation was so draining, and it revealed to me that he is not the person that I thought he was. He would rather, some people will use you, use your energy, and use who you are to make themselves feel validated. I made the post on my Facebook. I made this post on my Facebook, and somebody on my Facebook gonna say, I can't believe you. Yeah, I can't, but I made this post about that. I can't believe you and blah, blah, blah. I'm not arguing with you. You want to argue. I'm not arguing with you. Why I'm want to argue with you? I don't even, I don't have the energy to argue with somebody who's not trying to find a solution. You ain't paying no bills. And all of us, we continue to converse and have conversations and try to be happy go lucky and tolerate people. Why are you still tolerating people that's fools? Why are we still tolerating people that's fools? You know they ain't going nowhere. You know they ain't about nothing. You know they not trying to get no blessings. You know they ain't trying to get no money. You know they ain't trying to see no miracles. You know they ain't trying to get outside of their zip code. You know this about them. But you still want to talk to them. Val, they know. Val, hey, Tony, hey, Charlene, listen to this. Hey, Val, listen to this. Hey, Viv. They know for a fact that the people not going anywhere. They know for a fact they ain't trying to get no blessings. They know, hey, Sybil, they know for a fact these people don't want to see God do no miracles. But we still talk to them. Crystal, we still talk to them. We still want to have conversations with people we know. We know they ain't going nowhere. Charlene, and you know what happens? Listen to this, listen to this, Val. And tomorrow, I'm gonna talk about spiritual rebounds. I'm gonna talk about spiritual rebounds tomorrow. But I'm saying the thing is though, Val, it's time for us to stay solid. We gotta stay solid. You letting too many people around to bother you. You letting too many people around to be trust. They all they do is like this. You know what they do? You know what they do, Val? We used to have slushes. We used to have what's called slushes. This is what they do. Yeah, you got to stand, Charlene. This is what they used to do. We used to have slushes. They call them Slurpees now. And 7-Eleven. We used to have slushes. And in the slush, when I was younger, because we rarely had them, I would make sure I take that straw, and I would take the straw and I would go around the cup because I wanted every ounce of that slush. I wanted it. Until it was no more. That's how people are feeding off of you and I. Making people that don't make them. I love that, Sybil. Yeah, Sybil, that's what they're doing. Sybil, listen to me. That's what they're doing, Sybil. They are making irrelevant people relevant. We are. Stop. No more. What are we doing here? Where's the blessings at? Where are the blessings? So I that's on my time. Viv's supposed to keep me. Listen, let me talk about Viv real fast. Thank you, baby. Viv is the one that's supposed to keep me to 15, 20 minutes. And you know what she did? She let me go over all the time. I'm closing. Make sure that you hit that follow button over here. Make sure that you hit that follow button. Make sure that you hit the follow button.